Welcome back to the deep dive.
Ah.
In the last part, we built a really solid foundation for understanding business continuity. We talked about everything from identifying those critical processes to assessing risks and building a plan.
Right.
Now let's get a bit more hands-on
Okay.
and talk about some of the tools and techniques that can really bring this whole thing to life.
Yeah, there's a lot we can unpack here.
Yeah.
From those detailed disaster recovery scripts
Yes.
to the importance of training your IT recovery team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm particularly interested in talking about how artificial intelligence is poised to revolutionize the business continuity landscape.
Okay, so let's start with those disaster recovery scripts.
Okay.
I have to admit, the name alone
Yeah.
sounds like something out of a Mission Impossible movie.
I like that comparison. In a way, they are like a secret playbook for bringing your IT systems back online
Okay.
after a disaster.
Yeah.
Imagine each script as a detailed instruction manual for recovering a specific server
Okay.
or software application.
So it goes beyond just restarting a machine.
Absolutely. These scripts need to cover everything from hardware and software configurations to data restoration procedures,
Wow.
network settings, and even security protocols.
It really is like a recipe for resurrecting a digital entity.
That's a great way to put it. And just like with any good recipe,
Yeah.
clarity and precision are key.
Okay.
So someone who's never even worked on that particular server before
Right.
should be able to follow the script and get it back up and running.
Precisely.
They should be written in plain language, easy to understand even under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crucial to test these scripts regularly to make sure that they work as intended.
And I'm assuming they need to be updated anytime a system changes?
Absolutely. Any significant change to a system or its configuration requires an update to the corresponding disaster recovery script.
Okay.
It's all about minimizing human error in those critical moments when every second counts.
You also mentioned training for the IT recovery team.
Yeah.
What kind of training are we talking about here?
Training is absolutely essential. The best plans and scripts in the world are useless if your team doesn't know how to execute them.
So it's about both the technical skills and those softer skills.
Yeah.
Like communication and collaboration.
Exactly. Your team needs to be comfortable working under pressure, following procedures, communicating clearly with each other,
Yeah.
and keeping other stakeholders informed.
I bet those simulated disaster scenarios are pretty intense.
Well, they can be, but that's the whole point.
Right.
It's like a fire drill for your IT systems,
Yeah.
helping the team practice their skills, identify any gaps in the plan,
Right.
and refine their communication and coordination.
Yeah, it makes sense to build that muscle memory.
Right.
So when a real disaster strikes, they can respond quickly and effectively.
And a huge part of that preparedness is documentation.
Yes.
We've touched on this throughout our deep dive,
Yeah.
but it's worth emphasizing again.
I agree. It's like the mantra of a responsible IT professional document. But I'm curious to hear why it's so important in the context of business continuity.
Documentation serves multiple purposes.
Okay?
It ensures consistency and accountability, creating a clear audit trail for compliance purposes.
Right.
It also facilitates knowledge transfer and process improvement,
Okay.
almost like a breadcrumb trail through the complex world of IP systems.
So you can look back and understand why decisions were made, how systems were set up, and what steps were taken during recovery.
Precisely, the book highlights incident reports and change control requests as two critical types of documentation.
Oh, okay.
They capture valuable information about system disruptions and changes, providing insights that can help you improve your systems
Right.
and prevent future problems.
It's like keeping a detailed diary for your IT infrastructure.
That's a great analogy. A good incident report should paint a complete picture of the event.
Yeah.
It should answer key questions like, what was the problem? When did it occur? Who reported it? What was the impact on the business? What was the root cause? What steps were taken to resolve it? And were there any preventative measures put in place to avoid a repeat?
It's about learning from mistakes and making sure those lessons are captured and shared.
Exactly. And change control requests serve a similar purpose.
Okay.
But for planned changes rather than unplanned disruptions,
Okay.
they document proposed changes to your systems, whether it's a software update or a hardware upgrade,
Right.
and provide a mechanism for evaluating risks, getting approvals, and documenting the entire implementation process.
So it's all about making sure changes are made in a controlled and predictable manner
Right.
to avoid any nasty surprises.
Now, I know we haven't talked much about artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
but I think it's poised to play a significant role in the future of business continuity.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
Honestly, I'm fascinated by the potential of AI.
Yeah.
It feels like it could be a game changer particularly when it comes to predicting and even preventing disruptions.
I agree. AI has the potential to revolutionize how we approach business continuity.
Yeah.
One of the most promising applications is in predictive analytics.
Okay.
Imagine AI algorithms that can analyze massive amounts of data from your IT infrastructure, looking for patterns and anomalies that might signal an impending problem.
That's incredible. So instead of just reacting to incidents,
Yeah,
we can use AI to be more proactive and
exactly.
potentially prevent them from happening in the first place.
It's like having a digital guardian angel watching over your systems,
Oh.
constantly looking for signs of trouble.
Okay.
For example, it could detect unusual network activity that might indicate a cyber attack.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could identify patterns of hardware failure that suggest a server is about to crash.
Wow, that could significantly reduce downtime and all of the associated costs and headaches.
Absolutely. And AI can also play a key role in automating recovery processes.
Okay.
Think about a system that can automatically spin up backup servers in the cloud if a physical server fails, or one that can dynamically reroute network traffic to avoid a congested or compromised area.
This is really starting to sound like science fiction,
I know.
but in a good way.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities AI could even help optimize resource allocation during a disruption,
Okay.
ensuring that critical systems and processes are prioritized.
Okay, but let's be realistic for a moment.
Okay.
There must be some challenges and potential downsides
Yes.
to incorporating AI into business continuity.
Of course, one of the biggest challenges is data quality.
Okay.
AI algorithms are only as good as the data they're trained on.
Mm-hmm.
If your data is inaccurate, incomplete, or biased, the AI system's predictions and decisions will be flawed.
So it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
You
Fair.
still need a solid data management strategy as the foundation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you need to be aware of the potential for unintended consequences.
Right.
AI systems can make mistakes, and those mistakes can have real-world impact.
So human oversight and safeguards are still crucial.
I can't stress that enough AI should be seen as a powerful tool to augment human capabilities,
Okay.
not as a replacement for human judgment and expertise.
That makes sense. We can't just hand over the keys to the kingdom and expect everything to run perfectly.
Exactly. As AI technology continues to evolve, we need to approach it with a healthy balance of enthusiasm and caution.
This has been a fascinating look at the evolving landscape of business continuity.
It has.
We've covered a lot of ground, from detailed recovery scripts to the potential of AI,
Absolutely.
but there's still more to explore.
Yes, there is.
Join us for the final part of our deep dive, where we'll bring all of this together and talk about building a truly resilient business in the age of AI.